tick, tick, booyah. With this Rick, get flipped straight to no more crawling, no more screw up. Who what? MSDFA.
You know, paperwork ain't straight.
And you think, right? And you think,
excuse my friend.
You know, as more and more people, you know, nationalize, it takes away from them, which means that they don't need the manpower. You know
that's why they keep getting budget cuts, because they don't have enough Negroes to manage anymore. It's becoming a problem when you don't have anybody to help fund your salary anymore. You get fired. You had to, you know, take steps back. You gotta close up shop. You know what I mean? Them socks on the Wicked Witch start to recede. Yeah, but you're right. The naturalization process is the only way. Is it?
So naturalize into us and enforce our law. Since you trained already, you understand? You trained already, so just
I would be cautious of that though, because you know they're not really forced, so we can turn that around.
Yeah, that's an infiltration portal
strategy. I wouldn't trust that at all. You're not included in what we're doing anyway. You've been our enemy for years.
Yeah, generations. Naturalization is a limited citizenship. Right. It's limited. The rights are limited. So that means that we can, just like they make adjustments to the 14th and 13th Amendment, we can make adjustments after the fact if we see that they ain't in line.
No, we already know that naturally they've never been in line.
Yeah, but you give them that. You give
in accordance to our existence, you know what I mean?
Now, but for segregation, I would go back to the 1950s in a heartbeat. Now, but for segregation, I would go back to the 1950s in a heartbeat.
Right.
We don't want y'all at all.
Right.
We have our own strength. You know, and strength is in numbers. So
indeed,
we could train our own.
It's gonna have to be a convention. It's gonna have to be a convention.
Yeah.
Moors from all over gonna have to come and talk about what we gonna do with these people.
I was just about to ask. That's true. And I was saying about that maybe about a week ago. I was talking to my mother and Aunt Eat about that. That, instead of having all these crazy beefs, we need to call conventions and start holding our own congresses in things of that nature. Right. Because when you look at on TV, when they have these congressional meetings and these house meetings, that's court. You know what I mean? That's really all it is. And they make decrees, and then that's what they enforce. Because, exactly. So my thing is, at this particular point, I feel what everybody's saying. I personally think that we need to move forward without including the European too much in our plans.
Now, but for segregation, I would go back to the 1950s in a heartbeat.
Right. No, and that's respectable.
People were decent to one another. They were.
Though we could say, well, they're gonna be here. You know what I mean? And
they don't necessarily have to be included in what we're doing.
They don't have to be included in what we're doing.
It's time for Moorish Renaissance.
Absolutely.
It's been time.
Yeah.
And the Renaissance is happening.
I was about to say, you think we in it or what? Or is it something that's supposed to be coming?
We're definitely here. We're, real time.
Yeah.
Moorish Renaissance movement.
Yeah.
Whatever have you. But
great debate is on.
Now it's time for those numbers to happen. We need more. Because they fear numbers. That's their number one fear. Us
because we're the majority.
One situation, one nation. Listen, they will completely be eradicated from this illusion, this situation.
Once Moors wake up to that definition where it says that we're similar to the English bailiff of 100.
Yeah.
One equaling 100 of them. It ain't gonna take that many. You know what I mean? To step up.
Yeah.
This 300 right here.
Right.
That's 400. That's 5. That's 6.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was trying to say in the car.
Yeah, we got the numbers. We just gotta put pen to pad. You know what I mean? And be sincere about it. Because at the end of the day, if you just coming into this for some greedy benefit, you ain't doing nothing.
I'm telling you that right.
You're gonna get X. All right.
Dirty Moors are not tolerated.
You gonna get X.
I'm telling you.
And your share is gonna get passed on to somebody else.
No room for cleansing. No room for cleansing. We can't clean dirty Moors.
Right.
Crazy.
We need our own priest. I was about to say we need our own priest for the baptisms that need to happen out here, man. That's crazy.
I've been talking to Moors for the longest about having a immigration department. You know what I mean? If we're gonna be naturalizing people, we have to have a process for them. We have to have paperwork for them to fill out. You know what I mean? And then when they violate, we have to have enforcers to come and pick their ass up and take them to the docks.
Absolutely. That's not impossible.
Yeah.
Because in 2012, they had it in the news that this is how they reported it, that Christians, I think it was about 2 or 3 of them, got deported from Morocco. That's how they reported it in the paper or on the news, that 2 Christians, not 2 Europeans, 2 Christians deported from Morocco.
Welcome back. There are fears that more expat families will be expelled from Morocco after 20 foreign volunteers, including a Kiwi family, were kicked out without warning. The Moroccan government claims they were breaking the law by preaching Christianity to children in an orphanage. Amy Kelly reports.
International persecution watchdog Christian Concern reports that 6 other foreign Christians have been deported since early last month.
Exactly, that was treaty language though. Even though we know they was Europeans, but because they said 2 Christians deported to Europe, you know what I mean? So that was definitely that treaty language.
They don't belong in that land.
They didn't belong there.
That's a modern example of what we're already trying to do.
What we're trying to do. The brothers and sisters is doing it. And then somebody mentioned earlier about how that now the Chinese are being labeled black in South Africa and things of that nature.
Freda Ho was born Chinese, but for the last 3 years she's been regarded as black. Freda Ho was born Chinese, but for the last 3 years she's been regarded as black. Freda Ho was born Chinese, but for the last 3 years she's been regarded as black.
Well, I mean, that goes to show you that that word doesn't apply to us. It's a status, you know what I mean? So as far as the deportation, you know, that's not something that's impossible when the autonomy is respected, you know what I mean? And that's for real. But it goes back to, look at all these riverways, waterways. We're gonna need boats. We're gonna need longshoremen, you know what I mean? And things of that nature.
To moor the ship.
Yes. You know what I mean? Because the industry is gonna be so real. But then again, sometimes I look, I'm like, damn, yo, what they did with the sewage systems and how they rerouted certain things to whereas now, all the junk and the garbage goes out into the clean water. You know what I mean? Is it even safe?
Yo, food, water, land, air, they poison you and your heirs. The hoisin' us dismantle, showing this channel family don't matter cause you sick when they poison goddess and call a witch and you let it be. Pop pills on the medicines, real evil though, how you can kill so legal though. Poison, miseducation, warping information, halting imagination.
You know?
Bring up a very important point. Because when you start talking about the natural waterways and whatnot, that affects how the natural people live on the land. Right? So when you look at what happened in Central America and South America and like what's going on in Brazil right now with the oil mining and whatnot, they've totally destroyed that natural environment. Right? So under local environmental laws as well as international environmental laws, those are violations, respectively. We can enforce that, you know what I mean? But we know that the mob has been running sanitation for the longest, and that's why if a company gets in trouble, they just buy their way out of a situation. But if the people start standing up and saying, all right, you're now affecting the way, my right to live freely, to live unmolested without poison and everything else, that's something that the international community and the feds can deal with easily. The EPA is supposed to be regulating that, and the people can come in and do it and then charge them to foot the bill.
Yo, so I know this might seem like a wild, far out question. But when we look at all of this dirt and filth in the water, do you think it's any way these waters will ever be restored back to the original state? It could be done, you think?
There's technology out there right now. There's filters, there's the CatchFoundation.org. They've got a water purification method you can do on a small level or a broad level. And they, as quiet as it's kept, they used it at Hiroshima and cleaned up all of that to where there's not even any signs of radioactivity over there.
Okay, that's what's really good. That's good to know.
That's going on right now.
Because we need to be up on that technology.
Detroit just happened.
Right. That's true.
These
That's true.
Ain't brand new.
Right.
about the flooding in Ghana?
The Flint.
Yeah, but I think that's a heart issue.
Okay.
I think that's a hard issue because you realize that the African nations are trying to come together. They're trying to get rid of all the Europeans. Yeah, so that you get one passport and it gets you all around Africa, the whole continent, right?
Oh yeah.
So, and then South Africa, I don't know if you paid attention, they got a new party that's claiming to take back everything because they want to end the apartheid and end the colonial oppression. Right?
And you know what? That connects back to what I was saying about the Chinese and being labeled black, and then the Moors down in South Africa taking over homes. The Europeans trying to claim that they, broke into it and all of this and claim all types of things. And the UN said you have no type of claim because you're not Aboriginal and indigenous to the land. So they was just out of their house. Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Absolutely.
Same thing.
Direct descendants of
But y'all keep making it difficult by
the caves.
Reclassifying yourself as black, reclassifying yourself as Negro, reclassifying yourself as Negro, black and colored.
Yeah.
And then you want to try to step on the 99 birthright, and it doesn't work that way.
It don't work.
Honor your mothers and fathers.
From the rip.
From the rip.
Yeah.
I mean, before you get into the nonsense.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's fraud.
Absolutely. Brother thinking.
How do we get so far from that? You know what I mean?
We get so far from the beginning, though. Our mothers and our fathers, man. Especially the mothers, though.
You
come from them. Like,
the roots. There you go. That's the perfect example.
Your name is Toby. I want to hear you say it. Your name is Toby. You're going to learn to say your name. Let me hear you say it. What's your name?
Kunta Kinte.
He was willing to die, though. He was willing to die for his name. Honoring his mother and his father. His father told him, your name is your shield. Keep it.
But I feel
And they made him that Negro, that coon. Forgive me for my language, but he made him say, listen, just say Toby. Willing to die.
That was the sad part, right?
Yeah,
to me, those are the dirty Moors, man.
Wrote this new roots. Two white Jews.
Europeans, yeah. This is crazy, man. Well, yo, good looking on the brief footage.
Oh yeah,
I was appreciating the build. Indeed.
What? Corporation Pittsburgh.
So-called Pittsburgh. Oh, just to keep it 100, it's right behind us. You know what I mean? All right, pardon me, but just to keep it official, this is where we at. Northwest of Mexham, so-called Pittsburgh. All right, peace and love, family.
Islam.
Islam.